Okay, so now it's recording and welcome to OLC Online Language Community. My name is Kevin, and so today the session is on making and responding to invitations. So first, I I have a question for you. How do you invite someone in your native language? Or how do you respond to an invitation? So, who wants to answer? I don't know, maybe Carlos, Edna, or Angie.
Is yes or no, or excuses.
And that is the form that you respond an invitation now?
Can you hear me, teacher?
Yeah.
Resp to responding invitation, I use the yes or not, or I would like, and uh, to put excuse is I use but maybe.
Okay. So, anyone more wants to answer? Okay, Edna, say thanks for the invite. But do you agree for the invitation or you don't agree? Like, I don't know, maybe someone is invited. Yeah, okay. So, have you ever received an invitation in English? In if the answer is yes, how do you read? Anyone have received an invitation in English or not? I don't know, like an invitation for a web conference or any any activity of the university? No. Okay. So
Me
first,
teacher, sorry.
yeah, tell me.
Maybe would you like would you like go to the concert this weekend?
Yeah, concert of what? Of what artist or what? So to start the class, first with the icebreaker. Here's a little icebreaker. In this icebreaker, I'm going to show you a little a little video short, and in this short is like an explanation for some answers or some imitation that you can receive and how respond. It is a a little video short. So tell me if you can hear the video, please. You can see it and hear.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so
Lo justo es elegir. Poder elegir una conductora y sentirte más segura.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our English learning platform on Parlay. Here are our grammar capsules, practical and easy to understand explanations. Today, we are going to learn the vocabulary to accept or decline an invitation in English. To accept an invitation, you can say, "Okay," "with pleasure," "why not," "that's a good idea," "no problem," "it sounds great." To decline an invitation, you can say, "No, thanks. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't." "I'm sorry, it is impossible." "What a pity, I can't." "Unfortunately, I can't." That's it. Now you know how to use accept and decline an invitation. Visit onparlay.net and learn English at your own pace. See you later. Goodbye.
So this is a little video short. If you know, is some expression that we can use to accept or decline an invitation in English. Carlos, do you want to say something?
Sorry, could you repeat again, please?
Uh, no, I'm asking you if you want to say something.
Mm,
I appreciate. I think that I see a hand.
not teacher.
Okay. So to start with useful phrases. Okay. So in to making an invitation, we have formal invitations that in the formal invitation we use like in professional or official situations. For example, would you like to join us for a dinner this evening? Or another, I'd like to invite you to my wedding. Another is we could be honored if you could attend the ceremony. That is on that is a three forms that we can use in informal invitations like a wedding, on a ceremony, on like a college ceremony, when you grade it. That is some formal phrases invitations. So in informal invitations, we use it to a friends, a family, or a close acquaintance. Like some phrases we can use in these informal situations. It's, "Hey, do you want to grab a coffee?" Or "Do you want to grab a coffee?" Or another is, "Are you free this weekend? Let's go to the movies." Another is, "We're having a party on Friday. One cup." This is some phrases that we can use in informal situations like as go to cinema, go for a coffee, go have a party. This is an useful forms that we can use. Uh, where it is important to distinguish these two two forms to invitations, the formal and informal. It is important because the way we invite someone depends on whatever it's a formal or informal situation. Using the ground level or formality can sound too distant or too casual. Another form is another distinct that is important for a formal and informal situation. It's the polemics and the social expectations. For example, in a professional or official sentence, We use language more polite and structured language that is effective. And on the other hand, in casual conversations, the people the people use shortened and more related phrases like "Hey dude," "What's up?" This type of phrases is more used in informal situation. For example, you don't to say that of your boss, "Hey dude, what's going on?" Not because it's your boss. No, not is a casual form to language. We use to salute our boss like um in a form more formal, like hi boss, what is going on? Hello boss. Uh, what that's some phrases that is some distinctions in the politeness and the social expectations in a formal and informal invitations. Another distinction that is important to have is to know, sorry, it's cultural norms. For example, in English and the speaking cultures, formal and informal language is usually strategical. For example, when we're inviting to someone a wedding, we should do some respectful and elegant. While inviting a friend to a party can be friendly and more reflects, like I am saying, uh, again saying that the formal we salute a boss. And why this is specific or where we use this is specific examples to choose for example, for example, in formal invitations, we include words like would you like, honored, and invite, which make them sound more respectful and professional. Wherever, on the other hand, the informal invitations is user shorter and friendly, like hey wanna, dude, let's go, let's make it, making them more casual and natural for every the interactions. Okay, so in in the next we have to respond in let's say respond to invitations. So in invitations we have setting and invitations like these three phrases. That sounds great. I love to come. That stands for the invitation. I'll be there. Calling me. Con me, con mean is an informal way to respond an invitations, in this case to a setting an invitation. For declining an invitations, but um, the form polite, it's I love to, but I have other plans. It's a polite form to declining invitations. Another is that thanks for inviting me, but I won't be able to make it. Or another a phrase that we can use is I appreciate the invite, but I have to work. Okay, so why this response is important? Response is important. First is politeness. In English, even when declining an invitation, it is important to sound polite. Instead of saying no, directly, people soften their response by giving a reason of showing appreciation, like an excuse. Um, The natural communications is in these three phrases reflects a natural communication, how native speakers naturally accept or decline invitation in different settings and different situations. Uh, and the last is the cultural expectations. In English, in English speaking cultures, direct refusal without an explanation can sound too harsh or rude. And that's the reason because in English, directly the people often they respond by giving a reason or showing appreciation or an excuse. So, uh, why that sounds great? I'd love to come. It's a form to set an invitations because this phrase shows enthusiasm and wants to attend. You get it in this moment, or you have any questions or any any dude that have to in this topic in this moment.
For me, no.
It's clear.
Okay, so let's continue. Why? Thanks for the meeting. I'll be there. It's a good form to accepting an invitation because this expresses gratitude and comfort the attend. And coming is a casual and friendly way to say an invitation. That is the reason what is uh, informal phrase to say it. For declining invitations, the form polite. I love to, but I have some other plans. It is often used to rejection by is expressing a positive feeling first. In this case, is I love to is expressing a positive feeling first, but then you give a reason for you can as it's or you decline the invitation. In this phrase, the reason that you giving for you don't assist it's I have another plan, so I have other plans. The second phrase that to decline invitations, the formally polite, it's thanks for inviting me, but I won't be able to make it. This phrase it's it's important because it shows appreciation first and you decline the form polite the invitations. It's a good form to decline an invitations. And the last phrase that we can use to decline an invitation, it's I appreciate the invite, but I have to work. In this phrase is used for worker hard employment. We acknowledge the invitations, but we give them a valid reason, but a valid reason to decline the invitation. So how how it works in a real conversation? I don't know. Putting in an in scenario format like like a friend, I don't know, like a boss say to you, would you like to join us for dinner this evening? You can respond that that sounds great. I love to come. In this case, you are accepting these formal invitations, But if in the case you want to decline, you can say, thanks for the invitation, but I won't able to make it. This is in a formal scenario. In informal scenario, it's like a hey dude, you wanna grab a coffee? Sure, come meet. It's a city. But in the case if you are declining, it's hey dude, you wanna grab a coffee? I love to, but I have another plan. Or I have other plans. You see, and you know that the two difference in the formal and informal, how we expressions, how we decline, or how we are setting an invitations. So, in cultural considerations, we have to know that English-speaking cultures, the people often declines invitations informed indirectly. For example, the phrase that I shown in the slide, I love to, but I'm busy. So some cultures expect a follow-up invitations, even if the person declines the first one. And another consideration that you have to know is the punctuality is important. If you accept an invitation, arrive on time. Okay, I almost forget. In English speaking cultures, to say no, you're not saying directly no. Uh, you can say it to sounds more polite, like I love it, but I can't. I have homework to do, or I have a work to do. But in the case you want to know, or I know, sorry, you want to sound more direct, you can use no, I don't want to. Okay, so in some cultures, believe that a person might decline out for politeness or hesitations that it's so hard to reinvite them. To show they are truly welcome. However, in many Western cultures, if someone declines once, it's usually understood that they don't want to come or are generally too busy. This is an important, and this is an explanation that why some cultures expect a following invitation even if the person declines the first one. In the second point, that is punctuality is important, but if you set an invitations arrive on time, uh, focus in the English-speaking cultures, uh, they expect that you will arrive on time. If you've been late, it can be seen as disrespectful or inconsiderate, especially in the formal events. Uh, it's different, like in Spanish cultures, I mean, Colombian culture, that uh, we will arrive late and informal events or informal events. That it's a difference in the American cultures or Western cultures and in the Colombian culture. For general timing, the general timing rules, it's the formal events like weddings, meetings, business dinners, it's arrive on time or slightly early, like 5 or 10 minutes before start this wedding or meeting or business dinner. In casual hangouts, uh, like a dinner with the friends or movie night, arriving 5 10 minutes late is usually acceptable, but more than that requires a excuse that why you are late. In the Paris, in some cultures, arriving 30 minutes late it's normal. Like in Colombian culture, arriving at Paris 30 minutes late or 1 hour late, it's normal. But in English-speaking cultures, it depends on the event. So please focus. If you're running late, it's polite to send a message apologizing. And how it works in a real scenario or a real life. In the formal indirect to decline, it's for example, hey, do you want to come to a barbecue this Sunday? I love to, but I already have plans. Maybe next time. In this case, you're declining the invitation like a indirect form and a polite form. You can say it too, but you are saying then to maybe another time, and maybe the next time you can participate or you can accept. For example, another scenario like a follow up, an invitation. Uh, would you like to come to dinner? No, you can respond, oh, thanks, but I'm really busy this week. Maybe then the other person or the person that invited you can say that no worries. Maybe we can plan something different next weekend instead. And the third scenario that it's the punctuality, it's I see you at 7 for dinner. Of course, I'll be there on time. It's important when it's a situation that it's important the punctuality. You say I'll be there on time. It's important to say it. Okay, so we have an activity. In this activity, you must to do 5 phrases, first sentence that you invited someone and he declines or he accepts. Use the formal and informal situations and use to use in one sentence or one phrase uh, a decline invitations but inform indirectly. So I think 15 minutes it's good to do these phrases. Or I don't know if you want more time or you have any question of the topic or culture that I explained or something that is explained.
Yes, I have a question. What should we do? I don't know.
Okay. So you have to do five phrases or sentence. In this phrase or sentence, you have to do it like making and responding to an invitation in formal situations and in informal situation. I don't know, you can put in uh, two phrases in formal situation and two in informal situations and one on formal or informal situations, but two declines the form indirectly.
Okay.
You got it or not?
Yes,
Five
I get.
formal,
Sorry?
five informal, and five formal
No,
sentences.
no, no, no. Five, only five, only five. Uh, one formal,
Okay,
one informal, or whatever you want, but only five.
okay.
So five in 15 minutes, it's good for you, or you need more time?
Yes, I think.
Okay, so 15 minutes for now.
I don't, teacher.
Okay. All of you are finished, or someone in it's working? All of you are finished, or okay? So all of you finished? Yes. So Carlos, you finish? Please say it. I mean, please say it your answers, please.
That's right, teacher. The first one is I think right wrong. The first word.
Yeah, and good.
Yeah, list. Would you like to hiking on Saturday? I'd love to, but I have to study English. The second one is what's up? Do you wanna dinner at night? Yes, it's a pleasure. The third one is you free in the morning? Let's run it. Let's run. No, I am not so good at. And the last one, would you like to practice English with me? Yes, I love to.
Okay, so what is the formal and informal? The
Uh,
second is informal, and
the second and the third one,
the third, the
and
forum
the third one.
first is formal situations. Okay, so good job. Who who finished too?
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Edna, you finish?
Yeah, I finished.
Okay, can you say it, please?
So the first um, sentence, invitation is informal. Hey, do you want to grab coffee tomorrow morning? Yeah, I love to. What fun. Um, the plan is thanks for the invite, but I can tomorrow morning. Maybe another time. The second one is informal too. Movie night at my place on Saturday. That's it. Sounds fun. Calling me the plan. Thanks for the invite, but I already have plans for Saturday. The three want to join us for lunch today? Sure, that sounds good. Thanks, but I already ate. The fourth sentence, invitation, sorry, is formal. We will be pleased if you could join us for coffee tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m. Accepted. Thank you very much for the kind invitation. I will be delighted to join you for coffee tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock a.m. on the plan. Thank you for the kind invitation. Unfortunately, I have a prior engagement tomorrow morning and will be invited to attend. I appreciate your thinking. The right formally too. You are invited to join us for a movie night this Saturday at 7 p.m. Accepted. Thank you for the invitation. I will be happy to join you for the movie night this Saturday at 7 p.m. And the client, thank you for the invitation to the movie night. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it this Saturday. I appreciate the invitation. Yeah.
Okay, so good job. Um, and did you finish or
Yes.
Jamil, okay. So please say
Um,
it, please.
would you like to go to the museum? Um, I would like to go. And the second, are you free next Sunday? Um, this weekend is really busy for me. Do you want to go to the party? Um, that sounds great. And five, there is a concert tonight. Do you want to go? Sorry, I cannot.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, listo. Would you like come to my house at dinner tonight? I love to, but I had to work. Um, could you please go to visit to my mother at the hospital? Count meaning. Next Sunday, I will be celebrating my birthday. Would you like come? Thanks for the invitation. I will there. The last one, our friends are inviting us for coffee. Can we count on you? Thanks for the invitation. But I had another plans. That is all.
Okay, good job, guys. So I have another question for you. What is the most important cultural considerations when you are invited in a formal in a formal invitation like a wedding or business dinner? What is the most important thing that in these situations?
For me, I think is arrive on time.
Yeah, that's it. The the thing that it's more important in speaking English cultures, it's arrive on time. So I think it is always. I'm not sure if you have some questions or something that you want to ask. In the case that it's not, I'm going to share you the assistance link. Please fill up and what- uh, please fill up, and that is all today. Thanks for inviting.
Uh,
For,
Teacher,
sorry,
excuse
uh,
me.
just go on.
What is the able to? Is the past of can or the future of can?
What? Repeat, please.
Able to?
Able. That is a
Able
pass,
to, yes.
or
Is
what
the
is
past
your
is the past of the can or the future?
able? Not
What is the
able is
meaning?
able is en español es como estar habilitado.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
very much for this class.
Okay, so to finish, please fill up the assistant links, and that is all today. Thank you for your attendance, and I will expect that you learn something and in culture or grammar or new words, new phrases, new expressions. So, thank you for your attendance. I
Teacher,
appreciate it.
what is the last name? What is your last name, teacher?
My first and my second,
Second.
Sediel.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you for your class.
So, bye guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
See you.